Welcome back, guys. In this lesson 4, we will talk about the hierarchy that you have in Facebook ads. This is very important. Even you log into Google Facebook Ads Manager and start learning about the type of campaigns that you can create, right? So let's be very, very clear with the right mindset and understand as to what we can expect from Facebook, right? This is more important because unless you don't understand what you can expect from Facebook or what results can be achieved, right? And that is why it is important that you set your goals, and that's why it is always said, even before you run your campaigns, you have to set your advertising goals. Now when you set up your goals, a lot of people don't even know what goal is. A lot of people don't even know how to set their goals, and in case you happen to set your goals also, you don't know whether your goals are realistic goals or not, right? There's no point in saying I'll get 100 leads a day, right? Even your budget is too small. So you should plan. If your goals are realistic, then what's a budget that you should be allocating to that? And if your goals are not realistic, then what should you do to make those goals realistic? Maybe in terms of the reach, maybe in terms of the people seeing your ad and again clicking down and come to your website, and analyzing other metrics, right? So I will not talk about those things. We will extensively talk about those things as we go into our journey learning about Facebook ads. Now again, I'll be very, very clear. The reason why I want to create these videos is because there's so many videos. People sell these so-called Facebook courses, social media courses, master classes for 500,000 bucks, but they don't have anything. They just introduce you to those concepts, but really, if you work with a company and they give you a budget of like 5 lakh a month, and you cannot do, right? Because people expect ROAs. So even before you run these campaigns, you have to understand what is ROAs and how you can calculate them. And yeah, so you got to know your numbers, right? Unless you know your numbers, you'll not be able to run campaigns, right? So we will talk about all these things a while later, maybe in the future videos. But right now, what I want to emphasize is we've discussed about what Facebook is. We learned about the kind of mindset that people have when they go to Facebook, right? So in this video, I've written one document as well. It's very, very clear, so you can have better idea. And I told you the kind of mindset people have, because you have to understand the mindset, because that way you can come up with nice creatives. I'm saying the message, right? That's why we use the word called bait, a ad that kind of resonates with the people's experience on Facebook, according to the phase. The phase he is in the journey to the purchase, right? So every customer, every prospect has to you know go through that journey until he becomes your customer. So in that journey, you identify where that user is, and then run campaigns to them with the right message, right? So marketing is never about serving an ad. It's about serving the right message or right ad to the right person at that right time, right? When that happens, yes, you kind of trust, build that trust and drive people lower into the funnel, and that's how people eventually become your customers. And if you want to drive more sales, it nowhere happens just because you run campaigns. You got to first understand this. And a lot of people don't even know what and how this runs, and they still invest money into Facebook, but that is not going to work. And that's exactly what I want to emphasize on, and what you learn in this playlist is extremely high end. So yeah. And if you want to know more, you can just connect to our Facebook page. You can write comments in the video below. I'd be more than happy to go through. If you have any questions, personal assistance, you want to implement something beyond, definitely I can do that for you. Definitely I can do that for you, provided you're really interested. Yeah, you want to do something beyond, you can track like a crazy ninja. That's what I expect. Now, I spoke about the content, which is very important. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the share about the kind of ad formats. Now, see, when you have to understand, Facebook is a very big platform that we've already discussed. You can go find some statistics about how important is Facebook. Now, Facebook is very important because in the journey, your prospect definitely goes to Facebook. So you have to be on Facebook to try and reach them and drive them lower into the funnel. This is a whole concept. It's a journey, right? Now, so when you run these campaigns, you remember not every customer's journey is same, right? If 5 people bought your product, if you analyze the journey of those 5 people, not every person's journey is same. They might be your customers, but the journey they take, or the path they take to purchase, is always different, right? It's not same. So that is why it becomes very, very critical for you to understand the dynamics of marketing and to analyze all the entire path. And that is where the concept of attribution comes into picture. So I will speak about attribution. I've always spoken about attribution in regards to analytics and Google ads. You can go watch these videos. They're pretty awesome. They're pretty in-depth as well, right? Now, right. So finally, once you understand what kind of content that should be served, you have to understand the entire hierarchy. Now, you first have a profile, right? in that profile you create an ad account. Why you create an ad account? Because Facebook does not allow you to put money in your profile. So that's why they ask you to create an ad account. That's called Ads Manager. Now remember, in one Facebook account, in one Facebook profile, right, user profile, you can only create one Ads Manager. When you create Ads Manager, Facebook gives you the platform through which you can run ads. That means you can put money there. You can add your billing information. You can't add your billing information in the profile. To add billing information, because Facebook advertising is paid, it's not a free platform, so you have to put your money. That means you have to put your credit card, and for that to happen, you have to create an account, advertising account. We call it Ads Manager. Now there's another account called Facebook Business Manager. We'll talk about Business Manager in the later topics, but right now remember there's something called Ads Manager. If you want to know more about Ads Manager, go log into your Facebook account. At the top you have a drop down, click on advertising on Facebook, right? And if you already have an account, just click on ads or manage ads. You'll be directly taken to Ads Manager. Now this is how, if you see my screen, this is how the Ads Manager will look like, right? You see the Ads Manager. There are so many features. We'll talk about each of these features. We'll go very depth in each of the features. So it's not going to be some simple video where you can simply learn, what you otherwise find on the channels. I don't do that. And you can trust me. You can just go through my videos. You understand what I'm really, talking about. Right now, so first the hierarchy. You create an Ads Manager account. In the Ads Manager account, you create a campaign. You create what? Campaign. Now, what is a campaign? Campaign, according to me, I say it's a set of instructions. But the kind of campaigns that you create in Facebook is different from campaigns you create in Google Ads, because the kind of settings that you have there and here is different. If you talk about Google Ads, there when you create a campaign, you give a lot of instructions, like you give time, budget, you select the goal, then you select ad scheduling, ad rotation, ad delivery, location targeting, delivery type. So a lot of other features that are there in Google Ads, right? You can choose the device you can target, you can choose the locations you can target, many other things. But when you come to Facebook, here also you create campaigns, but in the campaign that you create in Facebook, you don't select all those features. That means you don't select all those instructions. Now, advertising is all about, Facebook gives you a platform, Google gives you a platform where you can serve the right ad to the right people at the right time, right location, right device, right hour, right? When that happens, automatically you get more business. So your job is to make sure that all of these come in place, in line, right? Now, when you create a campaign, first thing is you have to create a campaign. And for that to happen, you have to create first Ads Manager. You put money there, right? You can create all of these things, but you don't have money, ads will not run, right? So you create an Ads Manager account. And once you create an Ads Manager account, you first have to create a campaign. Now, when you create a campaign, there are several objectives in Facebook, right? So Facebook allows you to choose from 11 objectives. Remember, 11 objectives. Now, if you understand Facebook has divided these 11 objectives into 3 parts, right? If you see my screen, you see 11 objectives. The first one is awareness. You see, awareness, right? The second one is called consideration. And the third one is called conversion. You see this? So all these 11 objectives, Facebook also categorized them or bucketed them into 3 phases, 3 parts. The first one is called awareness, consideration, conversion. You call it as ACC, right? So that is very important, because when you run campaigns, you have to understand your objective. Because if you don't know objective, what are you trying to achieve? How will you measure whether your campaigns were successful or not? You'll only understand whether your campaign was successful or not only when you have a proper dedicated goal, right? Based on that goal, whether you reach that goal, you think it's successful. If you can't reach that goal, you say it's not successful. Then you go back and analyze your reports and data, and then come back with strategies and improvement that will help you reach your goals, right? So awareness. So awareness, Facebook gives you two objectives. You can choose any 2 of them. We'll talk extensively about these things in my future videos. And then you have consideration. First, awareness. People have to know your product. After people know your product, then what happens is they move from awareness stage to consideration stage, where if you show them, maybe there's a possibility that they might interact, provided you reach them at the right place at the right time, right? If you directly reach to somebody who doesn't know your product, you can't expect them to engage with your brand, because he doesn't know anything about you. The first thing is, if you want people to engage with your brand, first you have to reach them and get introduced to them, right? And that is when the first is awareness stage, right? In that, Facebook gives you 2 options. And then when you come to the second phase after awareness, people are in a position that they can really recognize your brand, and that's where the concept of ad recall will come into picture. Ad recall lift or brand recall lift, right? So and that will happen in the second stage, which is consideration. And consideration, Facebook gives you many other options like traffic, engagement, and video views, lead generation, messages, app installs, that you can find all of it here, right? Now, After people kind of engage with you, you still think, yes, so people are engaging with me, I think these people can eventually become my customers. Then you can go to the third phase, which is conversion, where you can directly run ads with the purpose or with the motive that they can really become your customer. That means the intent behind running these campaigns is you want people to convert, right? We'll talk about all these things in my future videos, but right now remember, the campaign when you create, you have to select only an objective. But unlike Facebook, when you create campaign, you have to give all the settings, but here you don't give the settings, you only select the objective. Now, you see here, first you select campaign at the left side. First one is campaign. And then you have objective here. After you create the campaign, then you create ad set. Ad set. In one campaign, you can create several ad sets. And in each ad set, you can have several ads. Remember? First one is campaign, second one is ad set, third one is ads. Now, in the campaign, you select only objective. I've spoken about the objectives. We will talk in detail in the next videos. Now, after you come to campaigns, then you create ad set. In the ad set, you give instructions, right? See, for example, if I say, hey, if I have to distribute my flyers, I don't randomly say, hey, you go distribute my flyers to anybody, because there's no point, because I'll not get return on investment, right? So I say, hey, you show my ads to right people. That means my people are people who just completed graduation, people who are looking for a job, people who just got married, people who just got engaged, or people who have an iPhone, right? I give certain instructions, right? Those instructions you don't give at the campaign level, you give it at the ad set level. So that is why the ad set you select audience, who you want your ads to be served. Now placements, which places you want your ads to be served, right? First thing is who you want your ads to be displayed to. Second is where you want your ads to be displayed, because place is also important, right? Third is how much money you want to spend and what times you want your ads to run. So you give all these instructions at the ad set level, right? After the instruction is given, finally you decide what should be served. What should be served? The ad should be served, right? And what ad? Facebook gives you a lot of options. You can choose the format, you can choose the media, you can choose an additional creative as well. So finally, you select the objective, you give all the instructions, and then you create an ad. And this ad that you create in the final section, which is ad section, will only serve to people, based on the instructions that you're given in the ad set level, right? And how that ad set will operate based on the objective that you select. So this is the hierarchy, and this is how you have to follow. I have this document that I have well documented it. I just take you through that document so you'll have better clarity now, right? So Facebook ad, no matter what your objective is, Facebook offers features that can help you achieve each of your goals. These objectives are classified into ACC, awareness, consideration, conversion. But remember, Facebook offers 11 objectives, right? Now, the Facebook Ads Manager supports multiple ad formats. Why multiple ad formats? Because people come with different mindset, right? So if you want to engage them, right? If you want to engage them, reach them so that they can really interact with your brand, right? Then you just can't reach them with a static ad and expect people to see and interact and share and do that, right? So you got to get into them, and that will happen when Facebook gives you a lot of ad formats. And look at ad formats, right? They give you multiple ad formats. Now people always think if I run on Facebook, or if I'm running ads on Facebook Ads Manager through Ads Manager, I will only run ads on Facebook. No, Facebook is also growing. They want to build their inventory. What is inventory? Places where they can display the ads. Earlier it was only Facebook. Now Facebook has Instagram. That means through Facebook you can run ads on Instagram. Through Facebook you can even run ads on Audience Network. Audience Network is more like Google Display Network. Google Display Network is what? More than 300 million websites part of Google Display Network, right? They're not Google websites. They are websites owned by other people, other website owners, publishers, right? Similarly, what Facebook is doing is they're reaching out to all these publishers, maybe web property or app property, and telling them, hey, why don't you want more revenue, right? So it doesn't really make a sense you go and work with only with one ad network, right? So what you can do is you can connect to me. I have an ad network as well, and that is when Facebook are building it. It's called Audience Network, right? And this Audience Network is full of websites and apps. They're not owned by Facebook. They're owned by publishers, app publisher, web publishers, but they sold their inventory to Facebook, and Facebook puts ads on their website. Now, again, publisher uses one ad server that's called publisher ad server. Through that, maybe he can route whatever ads, because the publisher's mindset is to make more revenue. And when he creates that waterfall model, in that waterfall model, whoever he thinks can pay more, he'll send a request to those particular DSPs or ad exchanges, right? And based on that, the ad will be served, right? So, but again, when you work with publishers, you got a lot of features where you can sell guaranteed programmatic line item. You can send private deals. You can do a lot of other stuff. That's secondary. But Facebook is also slowly getting into that. So remember, Audience Network is also there. So Facebook, you can show ads outside of Facebook properties as well, right? And again, Messenger is again Facebook property. So through Facebook, you can even run your ads on Messenger. right? Each of these ads has two components, like I said: the format, the way the ad should look like, and where the ad should be displayed. So whenever you run ads, remember the two things: what ad should be served, what type of ads, where they should be served. Where they should be served, Facebook has a lot of options, right? So again, in Facebook has right side ad, news feed, stories, in the instant experience, right? They can put your ads in, what do you say? They can put your ads in, the other places that Facebook has, right? Their inventory is also kind of little big, so they give you so many options where you can serve your ads to those people as they are, posting and engaging content on Facebook, right? But let's learn about it. There are different kind of ad formats that Facebook has. Video ad, right? Remember, show off product features and draw people in with sound and motion. That's a beauty of video ads. You can reach the people with the sound and motion. That cannot happen with a static image. Image ad, again, drive people to, make people click on that ad and drive them outside of Facebook property, maybe to your website, maybe to your app, whatever, right? With visually high quality. Collection is nothing but encourage shopping by displaying ads. Now, if you're already experienced with Facebook, remember Facebook allows advertisers who are into e-commerce to promote their inventory by creating product catalog sales campaign. I have created videos in my channel. You can go watch how you can, create a product catalog sale campaign in Facebook, and how you can upload your Facebook catalog, and how you can divide them into different product sets. I have extensively discussed and the kind of audiences that you can create, and try and run campaigns that will cross sell, upsell, and prospective. We call it dynamic prospecting, right? So we can Facebook allows that. So you can show your ads, products from your catalog, customized for each individual. Carousel, you can put a different images. That means 10 images, 5 images in a single ad, right? More like scroll, right? Slideshow, it's you can create slideshow ad within Ads Manager, but they look like a video. It's like you can put a lot of images, and those images will run like a video ad, right? That's what happens beautifully in any. And the beauty is it can run on any connection speed, right? Slideshows with Ads Manager run on video ads. Instant experience is like, generally what happens when people click on the ad, right? If you're running a video ad, the video will play. If you're running an image ad, or you want people to come to your website, if people click on the ad, they leave Facebook and come to your site. But some people say, hey, why do I even route people outside of Facebook immediately, right? So let them know more about my brand. So what they do is they make people click on the ad. Once they click on the ad, they don't go outside of Facebook to their website. They create an intermediary layer kind of stuff, a landing page inside Facebook, right? So, and there in that experience, you can put other content where people can really explore. That means even before they come to your site, they're already getting to know more about your brand. That means you're giving them an opportunity where they can go and explore more about your products or the catalog, whatever you have. That is instant experience. That means when people click on the ad, they don't come to your website. Instead, they open something in the middle, an intermediary layer, where you can put some information and give them more information. They can be more aware and reach that consideration phase, right? And then you have lead ads. The purpose is to collect information from people, right? You don't want people to click on the ad and leave your site and go to Facebook, like to come to my website. I rather want people to give me information, so I create a lead ad, and their information, because they log into Facebook, right, as users, so the information is already pre-filled by Facebook. All they have to do is just click on submit, right? This is particularly important for people who want to drive, leads for their business, right? Offer ads, you can create an offer and you can run those campaigns, but eventually there are different type of ads, but most important is you have to target these ads to the right people. So offer ads is one. You can run discounts, you can share with your customers on Facebook, you can design your offer ad to appear as an image. Post engagement, when you post something on Facebook, you can even run them as post engagement ads, and the purpose is make people interact with that post, right? So you can make people like, comment, share, and make people click on that post so that they can come down to your site as well, right? Event responses, if you're running an event like a marathon, you can create an event and you can promote that event as well. And when you talk about events, when you talk and they're great, highly, featured, or very, creatively, you know you can be very very creative when you're creating custom audiences. We'll talk about custom audiences. There's a custom audiences available with a particular type called events. For example, in when you see an event, you say interested, not interested, maybe not going, right? So you can put all those people in a bucket and then serve them ads. I told you, many have a marketing plan. You need to have a follow-up plan. So the follow-up plan can happen when you have custom audiences. We'll talk more about that in my future videos, right? And then you have page like that. The only intention is people should like your page, so that there's value to social proof, right? Social proof is very very important, because it is always good to have good number of likes and people following you, because that will kind of create that trust among other people, right? So when people can't make a decision, they believe the decision made by other people. So that is where social proof comes into picture. So these are different ad formats that Facebook has. You can choose any of them based on who you're reaching and with what purpose you are reaching, right? So this is very important. I just wanted to put this into your head, so even before you jump into Facebook Ads Manager, you'll be thoroughly prepared as to what you're expecting and what you can really get into while you're creating these campaigns, right? Thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Please do not jump the videos. Watch these videos in sequence. I'm going to take you something deeper. You'll not find anything like this on the whole playlist when it comes to Facebook. Thank you so much, and I will see you with my next video.